graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Chat, I got one word to describe how I'm feeling today, and that is to go for a sweep. Let's go. Sweep is the word. Sweep is the word. How sweet the sweep would be. All right, hello everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for all the Sixers, all the Eagles, and of course all the Phillies games as well. The Phillies are taking on the Baltimore Orioles. As I mentioned before, they are looking to sweep the O's before they head out to Austin to take on the Texas Rangers at Globe Life Stadium. Yes. So for today, the Phillies will send out Ranger Suarez on the hill, and he will be going up against Trevor Rogers. Don't be fooled by Trevor Rogers, okay? You look at the name, you say to yourself, I've never heard of him. This guy's been really good, okay? So the Phillies are going to have to really grind out at-bats against this guy. And it would be really, really nice if they could take him out early in this game. I think that would be really, really good. Work up the pitch count. You know, this guy tends to throw a lot of off-speed stuff and not really high in velocity, but he's pretty good. Okay, he's very good at locating the sliders and locating his other off-speed pitches. And so I'm really hoping that the Phillies don't get fooled by him, because this team tends to at times take pitching for granted. You know, they take pitchers for granted, and you can't do that today against this guy. This guy has 56 1/3 of an inning under his belt, just a .75 whip. A .75 whip. He's only given up 2 homers this year in his 56 innings, and not a lot of balls leave that ballpark. So maybe Kyle will send one out today. That'd be really, really awesome. But you want to try to get a hold of him and do what you pretty much did to Dean Kramer yesterday. Kramer actually was pitching pretty well for the O's, and the Phillies took him. The Phillies definitely got some runs, and they scratched the surface on him and scrapped and clawed and did their job. But if they can do sort of a similar thing today against Trevor Rogers, and if they come out with the W, it's really all that matters. It's really all that matters. So, all right, let's get on into the starting lineups for this afternoon. All right, let's go. For the Baltimore Orioles, they will have Jackson Holliday leading things off, Jordan Westburg batting second, Gunnar, Henderson batting third, Adley Rutschman fourth. And then you have Jeremiah Jackson back out in right field. He'll be batting fifth. Kobe Mayo's at first base. He'll be hitting sixth. Colton Cowser batting seventh. Dylan Carlson eighth. And catching today will be Alex Jackson. So that means that Adley is going to be DHing. And so Alex Jackson will get the start behind the plate for the Baltimore Orioles. So again, just to recap, it'll be Holliday, Westburg, Henderson, Rutschman, Jackson, Mayo, Cowser, Carlson, and Jackson. So, and for the Philadelphia Phillies, they will have Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, Harrison Bader, Otto Kemp, Edmundo Sosa, Wes Wilson, and Rafael Marchand. No Bryson Stott in the lineup, and no Brandon Marsh and no Max Kepler either. So it's a righty-heavy lineup, if you will, for the Philadelphia Phillies. Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Castellanos, Bader, Kemp, Sosa, Wilson, and Marchand are the starting 9 for the Philadelphia Phillies. And they're going to send Ranger Suarez out there on the hill. Ranger pitched pretty well in his last outing against Detroit, and he did everything that you wanted him to do. 7 dominant innings, 3 earned runs, 4 hits allowed, no walks. He had 5 strikeouts, but the ground balls were really, really good. He gave up those 3 runs in the 3rd inning, and we thought that maybe that there was going to be a little bit more to it, but just the 3-run homer from Gleyber Torres was all the damage that he took. And the Phillies, to their credit, came back and they won that game for him. He didn't get a decision in that game, but the Phillies offense helped him come back and win the game. It was just the 3-run homer that he gave up, and that was it. That ball wasn't a good pitch, but other than that, he looked pretty good and did Ranger Suarez types of things. So the 29-year-old left-handed pitcher is going to go out there on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies today as they wrap up the series against the Baltimore Orioles. Crew chief for this afternoon will do that now. The home plate umpire will be Alex McKay. Over at first base, it's Alan Porter. Jim Wolf is over at second, and Chris Siegel is at third. It's pretty cloudy today, I'll tell you that. It's not sunny at all. It's 78 degrees, a lot of clouds in the sky. So, don't know what the wind is, but it's definitely not sunny out. Phillies are 37-20 at home. The Orioles are 24-36 on the road. Phillies are looking to try to get their 66th win of the season and possibly cut the magic number of winning the NL East down to 45 today with a Phillies win and a Mets loss. After the game is done, if the Mets are close or if they're losing and it's in the 7th inning or later, we'll be going to that game. And then we'll do our post-game show similar to like what we did last night because the Mets play at 1:10. So that should be the case. Hopefully they're in the 7th inning by the time this game is done. And, Phillies are going to be in their cream uniforms today. Let us know what your final score predictions are and who your players of the game are going to be. I'm going to go Ranger Suarez is my player of the game. I think Ranger's going to go 7 innings today at the very, very least. The fact that I'm saying that, and I'm saying it confidently, just goes to show how much I believe in Ranger Suarez and just the starting 3, these 3 aces that the Phillies do have. It's great. So he's going to be my player of the game. Obviously, you're going to see the sinker, the changeup, the cutter, the curveball, mixed in with a 4-seamer. Doesn't really throw the slider too much, but batters are hitting 178 off of that changeup and 173 against that curveball. So let's get ready to rock and let's get ready to roll. I'm ready for this. Great win last night. Let's go for that sweep today. God help me, but I'm predicting a good game from Max Kepler. He's become good-natured about the booze, and he's more comfortable, we'll see. Well, he's not in the starting lineup today. So, don't have to worry about saying that. You could take that back. You're good. You're good. You're good. But who knows? He could still get a pinch hit opportunity, and it could be a big spot for him. So, keep that in the back burner, I guess. Holiday, Westberg, Henderson, Rutschman, Jeremiah Jackson, Mayo, Cowser, Carlson, and Alex Jackson are the starting 9 for the Baltimore Orioles. And Holiday is coming on up to the plate. Ranger Suarez getting ready to throw the first pitch. And here it is as he winds up and fires and throws a 90-mile-per-hour 4-seamer right down the middle for strike 1. Let's go. Holiday hitting .254 this year, 14 homers and 43 RBI for the 21-year-old. The 0-1. and that is outside for a ball. Holiday's 0 for 8 in his last 2 games. And he has struck out 3 times. 1 ball, 1 strike. Suarez kicks, deals, and the pitch is grounded foul. Also, no JT. He has the afternoon off. It'll be Rafael Marchand who's catching. Phillies defense, to wrap it up, Harper's over at first. You got Edmundo Sosa at second. You have Otto Kemp at third. And then at short, it'll be Trey Turner. The 1-2 on the way from Ranger. That's off the plate for ball 2. Nick Castellanos will be out in right field. Wes Wilson is in center. He's in left. And then in center field, it'll be Harrison Bader. 2-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Bader tracks it down, and they'll make the catch. Has a purple sleeve on. And there's out number 1. Okay. What's up, Keith? What's up, Larry? Shannon, how are you? Eric, Scott again. 17 Clipper. Larry again. Paul's here. Merla. What's going on, Merla? I hope I said that correctly. Colton is also here, too. Josh. Man, we got a lot of people. Seema Fox, David. It's great. First pitch to Jordan Westberg, and that's in there for a strike. Let's go, people! Drop a Phillies emote in the chat. Drop those emotes. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1 is inside for a ball. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit, what's the right word? Stuffed. If I sound a little bit stuffed. Allergies are really picking up for me today for some reason. 1-1. There's a swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Phillies have their blue baseball caps with their red rims and the red Phillies logo. Next pitch. That's down for ball 2. Westberg in his career against Ranger, 1 for 6 with a double and a strikeout. His average sits at 277. The 26-year-old at the plate, and the 2-2 from the 29-year-old Ranger. And this one's grounded over to first. Harper has it and takes it to the bag himself for out number 2. He fielded it. He was right by the first base bag, and all he had to do was just step on it to get the second out of the inning. Mike is here. What's up, Mike? Donna's also here. What's going on, Donna? 2 up, 2 down, and Gunnar Henderson takes inside at 89 miles per hour. And the count is 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Ranger will get the signs. He kicks, he deals. And Henderson flies this one out over towards the left field line. Wes Wilson is there and he'll make the catch as he runs on in towards the rail. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the O's. And we go to the bottom of the first. We're going to take a quick step off. I will be right back. For the Philadelphia Phillies, their starting lineup will be this. It'll be Trey Turner batting in the leadoff spot. Kyle Schwarber batting second. Bryce Harper third. Nick Castellanos fourth. Harrison Bader fifth. Otto Kemp sixth. Seventh, it's Edmundo Sosa. Eighth is Wes Wilson. And ninth is Rafael Marchand. First pitch in there for a strike to Trey Turner. Next pitch. And that is called a ball. Scratch that. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Second pitch should have been called a strike. 2-0. And there's a called strike. So now it's a 2-1 count. Phillies are 2.5 games above the New York Mets in the NL East. 2-1. That's outside for ball 3. The Mets will wrap up their 3-game series against the Cleveland Guardians. That game will take place at 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Turner. And he spoils it foul. Trevor Rogers on the mound. Rogers now 27 years old. Left-handed pitcher from Carlsbad, New Mexico. 48 strikeouts in 56 innings. But a very good ERA at 1.44. 3-2. There's a foul ball. In his last start, that was against the Cubs, he went 8 innings where he just allowed 1 earned run, no walks, and he struck out 8. 3-2 pitch, and that's down and in for ball 4. And Trey Turner leads off the bottom of the first with a walk for the Philadelphia Phillies. Mentioned this before, but you'll see a lot of changeups from Trevor Rogers. You'll see some four-seamers too, sinkers and sliders. That's really what he tends to throw. Guys are hitting just 141 against the four-seamer, 121 against the changeup, and a little bit less than 120 against the sliders too. The pitch on the way, and that is in there for a called strike to Kyle Schwarber. Kind of surprised he wasn't named an All-Star this year. Remember, he started off his career with the Miami Marlins, then got traded last year. Oh, what? And that is up high and outside for a ball. Last year, he had a 4.92 ERA and was 2-11. One. That's in there for strike 2. Now, to be fair, he's only pitched in 9 games, so that's... But even still. The 1-2 to Schwarber, and he bounces this one back over towards the in front of the plate, but they call it a foul ball. It was a check swing bouncer in front of home, but it was ruled as a foul ball. Jackson had to take the mask off. And he did. All right, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball hit over to second base. The throw to shortstop. There's 1. The throw to first. There's 2. And a 4-6-3 double play for Kyle Schwarber. And Bryce Harper will be the next man up. For the Baltimore Orioles, in regards to their defensive lineup today, Alex Jackson is catching. On the mound, it's Trevor Rogers. Kobe Mayo is playing over at first. And then you got Jackson Holiday at second. Jordan Westbrook at third. Gunnar Henderson at short. Colton Cowser is going to be out in left field. Dylan Carlson will play in center. And Jackson, that's Jeremiah Jackson, he's out in right. First pitch to Bryce, and he lines it sharply, but it's a foul ball. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And the ball girl had to get out of the way. She was just running just to try not to get hit by that foul ball. 0-1 to Bryce, and he smacks this one out to left field for a base hit. Bryce Harper able to get on with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the first, and the Phillies have their second base runner of the inning. So Harper gets on with an opposite field single. He hit it right in the hole and beat the shift. Love to see that. So Harper's over at first, and Nick Castellanos will be the next man up for Philadelphia. Rogers with the windup and the pitch, and it's low for a ball. Baltimore is now 12 games under 500. They have 51 wins and 63 losses. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That's low for ball 2. Been a while since we've had a sweep. Let's get one. Yeah, I'm with you there. 2 balls, no strikes to Nick Castellanos. The 2-0 pitch to Nick, and he fouls it away. Final score predictions, anybody? And players of the game? Two balls, one strike. The 2-1 pitch to Nick, and he grounds a foul over towards the third side. If Baltimore played Toronto every day, they would be in first place. Yeah, they swept them, right? Christopher says 3-2 Phils. 2-2 pitch and a fly ball. That's foul. And out of play. Nick got in front of it. Steamer Fox says I'm going to go Schwarber. 5-2. Rangers Suarez is the player of the game, says Spurger King. What's going on, dude? Casty, by the way, 4 for 9 in his career against Trevor Rogers. 2-2 pitch, and that's low for ball 3. That's the second full count that Rogers has had to deal with. Harrison Bader is in the on-deck circle for Philadelphia, and a big pitch coming up to Nick Castellanos. Here it is, the payoff pitch. Foul ball. Harper has to go back over to first. He was, as he was running, he bumped on into Jim Wolf at second base. Just sort of touched him and was like, there you are. 3-2 to Nick. Swing and a miss. Got a fastball that went whizzing on by him. And the inning is over. So we played one frame and go to the top of the second. We're going to take a quick step off. We'll be right back. 8-0 good guys says it's just D. It's just me, D. What's up, D? 7-1 Phillies is Paul. 6-2 Phillies. And Bryce Harper is the player of the game. Love it. All right. See you soon. Adley Rutschman will be coming on up to the plate for Baltimore. And Rutschman takes outside for a ball. He's hitting .234 on the season. Count is 1-0. 8 homers and 25 RBI for Adley. A .319 on-base percentage as well. And the 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. And I usually don't eat on stream, but I'm making an exception today. Today we got pancheros. Or as we like to call it, panch. 2-0. And that is in there at the knees for a called strike. Any of you guys burrito people? Are you burritos men? Or burritos woman? 2 balls, 1 strike, and the 2-1 swing and a miss. Today we went with chicken, lettuce, veggies, cheese, guac, and sour cream. 2-2 pitch. This one is poked out to center field for a base hit. And so a leadoff single to start off the top of the second. If you don't eat, you will die. That's a good way to look at it, I guess. Burritos are fire. Yeah, they are. I like Chipotle too. I do. But when it comes to the burritos, I just love pancheros. Pico is good too. Did I say I had pico on here? Because I forgot to mention that I had that too. And rice. There's a foul ball. Hit over towards the right side. It's a foul ball. What's pancheros? It's a chain. I'm a fajita guy, says Jack. Fajitas are pretty good too. But see, to me, okay, what's the difference between the fajita and a burrito? Because some people interchange that. Same thing with a wrap. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's to Jeremiah Jackson. The 1-1 pitch. And that is fouled away. I feel like that a lot of them are interchangeable. It's like a sub and a hoagie. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rangers Suarez on the bump. And the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And there is the first strikeout of the ball game for Ranger. All the ingredients are hot for a fajita. But can't burritos be hot too? The pitch on the way, and that is low and outside for a ball. A sub is a poorly made hoagie without enough fixings. So I guess you're not a Subway person. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. I'm not really a big fan of Subway. Does that make me weird? Am I odd? 1 ball, 1 strike. Kobe Mayo is in the box. 1-1. Foul ball. Back in the day, I worked at a Tex-Mex place and serving up a sizzling fajita was the shizzle. Huh. How long did you work there, my friend? How long did you do that? 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 is a foul ball. Fajita is different stuff and veggies, and it's not wrapped. Usually a platter where you wrap it, burrito has wrapped up and sealed. Fajita is different, has different stuff and veggies, and it's not wrapped. Usually a platter where you wrap it. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So then I guess I've never really had a fajita before. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 is up high for ball 2. Because it's weird because, you know, my family, I guess, they recognize it. That's sort of like I guess that they think it's the same thing as a sub versus a hoagie. 2-2. Ground ball hit over to third base. The throw to second. There's one. The throw to first. That's going to get on by Bryce Harper. And it won't get too far away. But Kobe Mayo is aboard over at first. I think Mayo would have beaten that out. Excuse me. Subway is nasty. Excuse me. Fajitas, onions, and peppers longer. Not finely cut. Not usually rice in it. But it's like Italian food. Mexican food is mostly the same stuff in different combination. You would love it. Sauteed onions, peppers, chicken, steak, shrimp. So good. We'll add that to the menu. Colton Cowser's up. And he takes a pitch outside for a ball. 55 games for Colton. 9 homers. 22 RBI. And a 212 average. The 1-0 pitch. And that's a fastball taken right down the middle. We're scoreless. We're in the top of the second. Rangers so far today, 1 2/3. 1 hit allowed. No runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Here's the 1-1. That's in there for a called strike. How long did you work there, Hardcore? How long were you in the business? 1-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Used to work at Tex-Mex. Fajitas gave their own sizzle dish, peppers, onions, choice of meat. Are they still around, Tex-Mex? 2-2 pitch. Line drive. Fair ball. Oh, and that's going to go all the way over towards the wall. Mayo is going to stop over at third base. And there is a double for Colton Cowser off of Ranger Suarez. Thing was scorched out to right. Update that. Let's go Phillies because I got money on them. Guys, if you're into fantasy baseball, by the way, or if you just love baseball, period, make sure that you join our Diamond Zone cast tonight. I didn't set up the thumbnail yet, but make sure that you guys do that. It's like basically MLB's version of Red Zone. It's so cool. We get access to the games, and we do play-by-play for all of them. The ball is 1 strike in the 0-1. That's down and in for a ball. But we do it to the point like where we go live for like big key moments. And it's so awesome. One ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. This one's flied out over towards center field. Bader gets under it and waits for it and makes the grab. Inning over. We're going to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Bottom of the second out in Philadelphia. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel too. We appreciate you guys for being on here. Here comes Harrison Bader to the plate. And Bader takes a called strike. If you're at work, make sure that you spread the word. Tell everybody about our channel. And spread the love. The ball is one strike to Harrison Bader. And the 0-1 is a changeup. That's in there for strike 2. G. Vanoots is here. What's going on, G. Vanoots? Drop your link down below, my friend. If you guys love gaming, you should go check him out. 0-2 pitch and a called strike 3. Trevor Rogers records his second strikeout of the ball game, and Harrison Bader goes down looking. Here comes Otto Kemp, and Kemp takes the first pitch that he sees down and in for a ball. One ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. Pitch was inside and low. Mets and Guardians are about ready to get started. The 2-0 pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. David Peterson will take the mound for the Mets. And Gavin Williams will be on the hill for Cleveland. Peterson with a 2.83 ERA, and Williams has a 3.33 earned run average. 3-0. There's a foul ball. Three-one. There's a swing and a miss. That slider was running inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second inning. Nobody on, 1 out. Three-two on the way to Otto Kemp. He grounds this one back up the middle, but Holiday has it, throws it over to first, dug out by Mayo, and there's 2 away. So we take a look at the schedule ahead for Philadelphia. They will be going out to Texas to take on the Rangers this weekend. Edmundo Sosa is going to be the next man up for Philadelphia. He struck out 3 times in last night's game. And this time he grounds this one out to left field for a base hit right into the hole. And so Sosa able to get on with a 2-out single. Phillies will play the Rangers on Friday night at 8:05. And then on Saturday night at 7:15. And Sunday afternoon at 2:35. Then they go out to Cincinnati. They don't really have an off day. The next off day after tomorrow will then be the 21st, the 21st of August. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a called strike to Wes Wilson. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that thumbs up button, folks. Let's go. 0-1 pitch to Wes. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Oh, and 2 is the count to Wes. Rogers gets set at the belt. And the 0-2 on the way, and a strike 3 called. And the inning is over. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. No score between the Phillies and the O's. All right. Dude, I'm so itchy. Alrighty. If you didn't look at the screen, I just gave a thumbs up as I took a bite into that. So for the people that are just listening, just wanted to let you know, our audio listeners out there. Again, I usually don't do it, but today I had to make an exception to the rule, I guess. Let's take a look at the schedule for the rest of today for baseball. All right, so the Phillies are taking on Baltimore now. The Pittsburgh Pirates are also on. They're playing against the San Francisco Giants. Okay, it is a 1-0 game. Pittsburgh is out on top. Guardians and Mets just got underway, and so did the Twins and Tigers. Then at 2:20, it'll be Reds versus Cubs. The Rangers take on the Yankees at 2:35. At 3:10, it'll be Rockies and Blue Jays. And then during the 4 o'clock hour, you have Angels and Rays at 4:07. Dodgers and Cardinals at 4:10. Marlins and Astros at 4:40. Excuse me. Suarez gets set, kicks, delivers, and the pitch to Alex Jackson is outside for a ball. At 6:45, the Nationals take on the Athletics. At 7:10, it'll be Red Sox versus Royals. At 7:15, you got Braves and Brewers. 1-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Mariners and White Sox will be at 9:40. Then you got Diamondbacks and Padres at 9:40 as well. Those are all the games. 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. How's the food, JJ? It's pretty darn good. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1. That's a foul ball. Thank you, my friend. Oh my gosh, I actually could do like a food review thing, like a ballpark food review. That'd be kind of cool. 2-2. This one's fouled back towards the screen. But then I'd have to take off doing games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ranger Suarez with 40 pitches. And the 41st one is in the dirt for ball 3. And that'll make the count full. We have a pretty good audience today. Love it. I like smart men. I like big butts and I cannot lie. No. 3-2. There's a swing and a miss. And there is out number 1. That's the second strikeout from Ranger Suarez today. Man. Jackson Holiday is coming up. We flip the lineup card and go back to the top of the order. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Jackson Holiday lined out in the first. One a pitch. That's in there for a strike. Order in, support the Grubhubbers and Door Dashers. Yeah, I am one. I am one. That's how we hustle. Yeah, I support them. The good ones. 1-1. This one's grounded over to first. Harper has it, picks it up, tosses it back over to Ranger Suarez, who goes to cover first, and it's in time for out number 2. Nobody liked the baby got back reference? No? Okay. I tried. Jordan Westberg is going to be the next man up. Two outs. Top of the third. The pitch is outside for a ball. Baby got back. 1-0 pitch. That's a foul ball. Did you say baby back ribs? No, I said baby got back. Somebody said it was Seema Fox. What'd she say? She said something, and it made me think about baby got back. 1-1. And there is a fly ball hit out over towards center field. Bader gets under it, doesn't even have to move, and makes the catch. Seema Fox says, "No, Larry, I like smart men," and it made me think about I like big butts, and I cannot lie. That's what it made me think of. Middleton needs to pony up the cash with Ranger and Kyle. Jack, haven't we been saying that for months? I feel like we've been saying it for a while. Sorry, you all got food in my brain. It's okay. Someone just came to my door wanting to sell me solar panels. They got to make their money. I get it. Auto. You're funny. Jesse, what's going on? Sir, blackout today. Can't get WIP on Odyssey and Avalon. I don't know. I'm not on. I mean, I tune into the Odyssey app, but obviously not when I'm doing the games. Javi, what's going on? He says, I'm so ready for another Red October. Aren't we all? Aren't we all, man? Rafael Marchand is coming up. Switch hitting catcher for the Phillies. Hitting on the right side in the first pitch. He takes is at 91. And it's in there for a called strike. 27 games for Marchand. 0-1. That's down for a ball. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 pitch. It's popped up over towards the third base side. And Westberg is there. He'll make the catch over towards the line. And there's out number 1. I'm so excited for the All-Star game next year. I am so excited about it. Here's the pitch to Trey Turner. And that's in there for a called strike. I got to find a way to get in. I have to. I know I say it. a little bit of time, but I got to find a way. 0-2 is the count to Turner. He walked in the first. The 0-2 pitch, fly ball hit out over towards left center field, and on the run and not being able to make the diving catch is Carlson. It gets on by him. Turner's round in second. He's going to be going on over to third base, and he gets on with a stand-up triple. So Carlson tried to give it his all. He went all in for it, took a gamble. It did not work out, and Trey Turner, who flew on over to third base, gets on with a stand-up triple. And that's with one out. Let's go. Very, very nice. Was wondering maybe if he could get the inside Parker. But Kyle Schwarber's coming up. And Schwarber takes inside for ball one. Cowser had to go out there and pack up Carlson. That's Turner's fourth triple of the season. 1-0. That's wide for ball two. So it's a 2-0 count. 3 hits allowed by Rogers. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Schwarber 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play. Infield is playing in. Javi, thank you very, very much for the sub. Let's go! 2-0 to Schwarber. And he fouls this one off over towards the third base side. It'll find the seats. And the count is 2-1. I'm ready to. Two one to Schwarber, and he grounds a foul over towards the first base side. King Kyle, baby. Kyle with 94 RBI. He's ahead of Pete Alonso, who is 91. And Eugenio Suarez has 89. Cal is 88. 2-2 to Schwarber. Another foul ball. Kyle's going to call for time. And he'll step on out of the box. Who's excited for football? Who's excited for football? Two-two pitch to Kyle. There is a foul ball. I gave up on ESPN years ago. Now I got JJ. No, I'm kidding. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's out number 2. Rogers with his 4th strikeout of the ball game. And so Bryce Harper's coming up here in the bottom of the 3rd. That was a good pitch. That thing just sailed right below the knees. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Paul, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that very, very much. Here's the pitch to Bryce. And there is a foul ball. Yes, very much. And the Eagles will repeat. I'm with you. I'm with you. I really don't see anybody taking the Eagles down. I can confidently, or I feel really confident with that. 0-1, ground ball, backhanded by the second baseman Jackson Holiday up the middle, and the throw over to first is in time. The inning is over. A 1-out triple from Trey Turner, and the Phillies can't get him home. And so we go to the top of the 4th inning. Still no score out at Citizens Bank Park. We will be back in just a few moments. Gunnar Henderson is going to lead off the top of the fourth, and the first pitch that he takes is in there for a called strike from Ranger Suarez. 3 innings for Ranger, 2 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, no runs, no walks as well. Adley's in the on-deck circle. 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And so the count is 0-2 to Gunnar. Guardians currently lead at 1-0 in the top of the second. And why are we playing the air horn? Because they're playing against the Mets. That's why. The ball is 2 strikes. The 0-2. This one is slapped down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Wes Wilson gets on over to it, though, and Gunnar takes a wide turnover at first. And as the throw's drawn over to second base, Gunnar stays put. So there's a leadoff single in the top of the 4th inning. Looks like that the 4-seamer that was thrown was just catching the outside corner. And Henderson just got the bat on top of it and was able to keep it in play. Adley Rutschman is up, and he looks at a changeup that's called a ball. It was at the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. Adley 1 for 1. He's singled back in the 2nd inning. The 1-0 pitch. That is taken for ball 2. That's in there for a strike. You know, I didn't know this. But, they say that as one of the American League's 8 charter teams in 1901, the Orioles franchise spent its first year as a major league club in Milwaukee. I didn't know that. 2-1. There's a ground ball hit over towards the infield, and Ranger Suarez couldn't get there, and, well, that's going to be an infield single. The ball was slowly hit over towards the second base side. Suarez, it just sort of slowed up as it got past Ranger, and Edmundo Sosa tried to barehand throw it and shovel pass it over to first, if you will. It actually hit off the tip of Rangers' glove. That was a tough play. So back-to-back singles. That was an infield single from Adley Rutschman. And still nobody out. So there's going to be a timeout taken on the mound. Suarez with 55 pitches, 35 strikes, 20 balls. Pitch on the way. There's a line drive down the left field line. That is a fair ball, and that's going all the way towards the corner. And Gunnar's going to score. Stopping at third is Rutschman. And the Orioles take a 1-0 lead in the top of the fourth inning off of Ranger Suarez. And Jeremiah Jackson will be the next man up. That was a cutter that was supposed to go inside, and it was right down the middle. And Jeremiah Jackson, got the RBI double. So he's over at second. And now it's Kobe Mayo who comes up to the plate. And Mayo sends this one out to deep left field. Forget about it. It's gone. And the Orioles take a 4-0 lead in the top of the fourth inning within the blink of an eye. That's Mayo's fourth homer of the season. And it's 4-0 Baltimore. So instead of a cutter, he went to a changeup instead. Mayo was patient and just absolutely scorched that baseball out of here. A hanging changeup, and Ranger knew it as soon as it left his hand. He said, uh-oh. So that is the second game in a row where Ranger is allowed a 3-run homer. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Mayo launches his fourth homer of the season, and Colton Cowser is due up. 0-1, ground ball hit over to Bryce, and Bryce picks it up and tags the bag over at first. And so finally, there's an out. For 4-0 Baltimore. Still plenty of baseball left to go. And up next is the former Cardinal, and that is Dylan Carlson. Ranger winds up and deals. And the changeup is low for ball one. That's what I've been saying, Jack. 1-0 pitch. And that is in there for a called strike. One ball, one strike. The 1-1 on the way, foul ball towards the right side. And that'll make the count now 1-2. Carlson has gone hitless in his last 25 at-bats with 4 strikeouts. The windup and the 1-2. This one is popped up over towards shallow left field. And Turner gets under it. That'll make the grab for the second out of the inning. Here's Jackson. Alex Jackson, that is. And he fouls off the first pitch. Alex is 29 years old. Previously played for the Braves, the Marlins, the Brewers, and the Rays. 0-1. This one's fouled back. Played with the Braves from 2019 to 2021. Did not win a World Series with them because then he went to the Marlins to finish out the 2021 season. He has 3 homers and 4 RBI. 0-2, and that's going to hit Jackson. Got him right on the elbow, and he will be rewarded first base. Actually, looked like it got him right on the butt cheek. 2 outs, top of the 4th. A runner on over at first. And Jackson Holliday is the next man up. This will be the 8th man to bat in the 4th inning. The pitch on the way, and that's low and outside for a ball. Roman Anthony just agreed to a 8-year, $130 million extension that could escalate to as high as $230 million for the Boston Red Sox. That's a lot. One ball, one strike. He's 21. And they certainly believe in him. 1-1. And that is in there for strike 2. The deal, which includes a club option for a 9th season and is still pending his physical, will start in 2026. Anthony's under club control through 2034. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 1-2 was taken low for ball 2. Of course, DF. No problem. Two balls, 2 strikes. I have no idea what the status is on Bohm. The pitch. There's a foul ball. Suarez gets set at the letters, the 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field, but Bader is there. He'll track it down, make the catch, and the inning is finally over. So 4 runs allowed by Ranger Suarez. And the Phillies are going to the bottom of the 4th. We're going to take another quick step off. We'll be right back. The Phillies trail 4-0. The Orioles scored all 4 of their runs in the top of the 4th. Jeremiah Jackson had an RBI double, and Kobe Mayo hit a 3-run homer that went 421 feet out to left field. So the Phillies have some catch-up work to do as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And we'll see if they can try to chip back into this game. Nick Castellanos will lead it off. Here he is. Trevor Rogers has had a pretty good season. He's on the mound, and he throws the first pitch just outside for ball 1. Nick's average is at 268, and he takes the 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. All right, let's get a rally started. Come on. Come on. Let's go. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 to Nick, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. Jackson is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Looked like it was his pitch, but he drove it the opposite way. Hit it hard, just not in the right spot. And that'll bring up Harrison Bader to the plate. Bader hit a 3-run homer in the first game of this series. And at the time of that game, that put the Phillies up 6-3. The pitch to Bader. Ground ball diving stop by the third baseman Westberg. The throw over to first, not in time. Bader hustled down the line and beats out the throw. And that is just the 4th hit today for Philadelphia. So Bader gets on. Good play by Westberg. It was just a bang-bang play all around. All right. Let's go. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. And Otto Kemp is the next man up. Rogers gets set, and the pitch to Kemp is chopped foul towards the third base side past Dusty Watson. What's up, chat? Boston Red Sox will not lose a game ever again. It seems with the Yankees won't win another game ever again, says Tony. 0-1, and that's down for a ball. One ball, one strike. The 1-1 pitch to Otto Kemp, and that went behind Kemp. But a good job by the catcher. That's Alex Jackson to dig that thing up. Whoa. I don't know how he caught it. He caught it blindly. He literally just put his glove there, and it just went in. Wow. Wish I could do that. 2-1. That's down for ball 3. So 3 changeups thrown in this at-bat from Trevor Rogers. The first one was fouled off. And he just has not been able to find the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. And there's a sinker at the knees taken for strike 2. Got the call there. What's up, Randy? Right now it's looking like it's Paul Skeens, but I would have loved Zach Wheeler to do it. 3-2 pitch, and that was low, but it's called a strike 3. And Otto Kemp goes back over to the bench. Wow. Good job by Jackson to frame it, but that was certainly low. That was low. Edmundo Sosa will be the next man up. 2 outs. And the pitch on the way is on the inside corner, taken for strike 1. Alex McKay is the home plate umpire. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 to Sosa. And he grounds this one sharply over to third base. Westberg has it, throws it over to second. And the inning is over. 4 shutout innings so far. And we go to the 5th. 4-0 Baltimore. Westberg will lead it off in the next inning. Christopher Sanchez for Cy Young. It's not going to happen. I hate to say it. Zach hasn't been the best on his own team. Zach's been pretty good. Christopher Sanchez has been great. We can have this debate. We can. I know that we were lately is not good, but I mean to say that he's not. I mean, like, look, he's second in the league in strikeouts. He's 9th in all of baseball in ERA, second in WHIP. I'd say that that's pretty darn good. I'd say that that's pretty good. Over the last 2 outings, has he been sharp? It's been all right, but I don't know. Christopher Sanchez has been awesome too. It's, I don't know, like we're comparing the elite versus the elite, and it's not like it's pretty close to me. It's a great debate to have. 2 Cy Young candidates on our team. Yeah, really. But I'm not saying that we were miles and miles better. But I don't know. I don't think he's going to get it. The reason why I said that I don't think Sanchez is going to get it is because the national coverage of Christopher Sanchez, everybody knows who Zach Wheeler is, and Wheeler hasn't gotten one, so I think that I still think that he's going to get it. Over the last 4 outings. The last 4 outings? Okay, well, Wheeler's still been pretty good. The last 4 outings, he did good against Boston. He allowed 2 earned runs and had 10 strikeouts. What are we talking about? Top of the 5th, 4-0 Baltimore. No balls, 1 strike. That's to Jordan Westberg, and the 0-1 is flied out over towards center field. Bader's there. He'll make the catch. There's out number 1. One out, top of the 5th. 4-0 Orioles. Gunnar Henderson is up. And the pitch to Gunnar. This one's popped up over towards the third base side. And Otto Kemp is there. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. At least the Mets are losing 3-0. Yeah. This game's not over. I still have faith that we win. Two outs, top of the 5th. Adley Rutschman is up. Rutschman is 2 for 2 today. The pitch is taken for a strike. Sanchez ain't pitching, homie. 0-1. That is on the outside edge for strike 2. Regis, I hope I said that correctly. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you very, very much, my friend. The ball's 2 strikes. Adley Rutschman in the box. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. The inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. 1, 2, 3 go the O's. And the Phillies are coming back up to the plate. One last step off. And then that'll be it for us. I'm almost done with this burrito. Alrighty, first pitch. To start off, the bottom of the fifth is outside for a ball. Second pitch, that's also outside. It's now 2 balls, no strikes. To Wes Wilson. 2 homers this year, 6 RBI, 2-0 pitch. That's off the plate for ball 3. And that'll make the count now 3-0. We lose this game, it's on Jalen Hurts. 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. Are there still Jalen Hurts haters around? 3-1. That's down and in for ball 4. And so a leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the fifth for the Phillies. All right, time to get things going, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Charge! Lined up in the pitch. There's a ground ball. Base hit out to right field by Rafael Marchand. Going on over to third base is Wilson. The throw to the third base, not in time. It was off the line as well. And the Phillies now have 2 runners on base. And so Rafael Marchand comes through and gets on with a single. Nice. The bottom of the order doing the job. Love it. That was more of like a hit and run play because Wilson was running over towards second base. So a walk from Wes. And now Trey is up. And Trey fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Let's go, Trey! Turner walked and tripled. So he's gotten on twice. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-1 to Turner, and he flies this one out over towards center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Wilson will score. Going on over to second base is Marchand, and the Phillies are on the board. And Kyle Schwarber's coming up. He'll be the tying run. Let's go! Drop those Phillies emotes, baby! Here comes the king. Schwarber is coming up, the Schwarberian. And Bryce Harper will be in the on-deck circle. So Trey Turner today, 2 for 2. He's gotten on base 3 times. He's walked, he has singled, and he's also tripled as well. And Kyle, who's 0 for 2, looking to try to wake the crowd up. Grounded into a double play in the first, and he struck out in the fourth. Rogers gets set at the belt, and the pitch to Kyle Schwarber, and that is called a strike. Thought about going, and it was a strike anyways. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 to Schwarber, swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. I am 1. Hurts is being carried by the roster. Agree to disagree. 0-2 on the way to Schwarber. And that's just outside. Marchand was leaning off of second base. The 1-2 to Schwarber, and there's a swing and a miss. And there is out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Bryce Harper will be the next man up. Harper's just 5 for 20. 5 for 20 against Trevor Rogers. First pitch to Bryce, and he flies this one out over towards left field. It's hooking out of play, and it will find the seats. What's up, Tony? The ball is one strike to Bryce Harper. Harper hitting just .268 with runners in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball that's taken for strike 2, right down the middle. Come on, lock in. The ball is 2 strikes to Bryce. The 0-2 on the way, and that's low and outside for ball 1. I can't hear you, chat. Can't hear you. Charge! The 1-2 on the way to Bryce. Way outside for ball 2. That was at 95 miles per hour. After this series, the Orioles will take on the Athletics. 2-2 to Bryce, and he grounds this one over to second base to throw the shortstop. There's one. It's bobbled by Gunnar, and so Harper will be safe over at first base. Marchand goes over to third, and the inning continues. And Rob says hold it for a second to see if Turner was out at second base, and I think he says play on. I want to see again, because they were thinking maybe that Henderson didn't hang on to the bag, but he did. And then he just fumbled the ball. Two outs, bottom of the fifth, to Nick Castellanos. And the pitch, there's a big swing and a miss. That changeup disappeared out of the zone. 0-1 is the count. And the pitch. It was low, but it's called a strike. He's been calling that pitch a strike all day. I mean, it's the same pitch. It's not even close. Castillo for 2. The count is 0-2. And the pitch to Nick. He grounds this one over to shortstop. Henderson has it, throws it on the run over to first base. What a nice play by Gunnar there. And so the inning is over. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies do get a run back on an RBI single from Trey Turner. And we will go to the top of the 6th out at Citizens Bank Park. Really good play by Gunnar Henderson. He's made some excellent plays defensively in this series, even though he did have that one bobble over at second base. But he's been really good. All right, we're going to the top of the 6th. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well. We go on for the Phillies games every single day. We give you everything that we have. We're on for all the Phillies games, day or night, rain or shine, doesn't matter. And we also do Diamond Zone, which is a baseball version of NFL Red Zone. That's really cool. We also do the Sixers, and we do the Eagles as well. People are going to ask if I'm doing any preseason games. I'm not. I'm not doing any preseason games for the Eagles. I got the Phillies to focus on, and I got baseball to do. I don't like doing preseason games, period. I did do it for the Phillies this year because I thought that it would be really good to expand that audience. And it was just, I thought, the right thing to do. But usually I don't do it. But I did it this year. So, what's up, Tony? That was ugly. Teams win Super Bowls, not quarterbacks. Well, I agree with that. But usually the head of the helm is the quarterback. So usually the guy that leads you to the Super Bowl. I understand that Saquon Barkley had himself a great year. And you could say that Barkley did lead them to the Super Bowl. But what I'm also trying to say too is that, I mean, I don't know about you, but I also thought that Jalen Hurts, even though he has a great roster around him, he has a fantastic roster around him, but he stepped up in the Super Bowl. Stepped up in the bright lights. Top of the 6th. Nobody on, nobody out. And the pitch. This one's flat out over towards center field. Bader's there. He'll make the catch. There's one away. We got 245 people on here watching. How are we doing on the likes, mods? How are we doing on the likes? Let us know. Oh, we're only at 98. Come on, let's go. All right, we got to get the poll question up there. John, I got you, man. Top of the 6th, one out. And the pitch is outside for a ball. 81 pitches. Mayo 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer in the 4th inning. 1-0. And this one is lined out to left field for a base hit. Takes a hop in front of Wes Wilson. And there's a 1-out single. All right, let's start our poll. Let's go. Top of the 6th, one away. And Colton Cowser will be the next man up. And Cowser takes low for ball 1. Wonder if we're going to see Duran today. 1-0. That is outside for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes to Colton Cowser. He doubled in the 2nd. Two balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike at 89 miles per hour. Out of all the Philadelphia teams, out of all the Philadelphia sports, the big 4, what's your favorite sport to watch? 2-1 on the way. Ground ball hit over to second base to throw. The shortstop, there's 1. The throw over to first, there's 2. And the inning is over. Going to the bottom of the 6th. 4-1 Baltimore. What's your number 1 favorite? Are you a football person? Are you a baseball person? What do you consider to be your number 1? Steve says ice hockey. That's a thing too. Some people are also soccer fans, and that's really awesome. Ice hockey. David says, I'm an Eagles person. Suo says, I'm a Phillies person. Delta says, Eagles. My favorite to watch is pro football. Football number 1, baseball number 2. MLB and NASCAR. Jack says Eagles football. Big Mo says hockey. Roy says college football. Edward says the Eagles. Paul says baseball, but I miss the days of no DH in the NL and no ghost runner. Steve says it depends on what season it is. I feel that. Flyers. The Flyers. Baseball was my first, says the old fart. Just like mine, baseball was my first too. Shibby says MLB, NFL, NHL, MLS, WNBA, and then the NBA. Eagles are number one specifically. It's good to know these things. I like that. I just want to get a temperature check as to where everybody is. Harrison Bader is coming up. And Bader fouls off the first pitch off of the home plate umpire's mask. Jackson goes over to check up on him. He says he's okay. Phillies trail 4-1. Rangers Suarez gave up 4 runs in the 4th inning. Jeremiah Jackson had an RBI double. Kobe Mayo then hit a 3-run homer. And then the Phillies got 1 back in the bottom of the 5th on an RBI single from Trey Turner. 0-1. And there's a strike called at the knees. And the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Harrison Bader. 0-2 on the way. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards left field, and it's going back over towards the track, and it is caught in front of the wall by Cowser. Colton Cowser with a nice catch. He leaped up in the air, and he caught it, and there's 1 away. It was a really good catch by Colton. Bader hit it really well. It was well struck, but Cowser just went back over towards that wall, flew on in there, and just hung on as he was in the air, and he caught it. And so 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. Rogers kicks and deals. And the pitch is down for a ball to Otto Kemp. One-0 pitch on the way. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. And Otto Kemp gets his first base hit of the ball game. So Bader lined out to left. And Kemp got on with a single. I honestly don't know how RB covers that team. They're just a constant disappointment. Yep. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. Passion, man. We do it too. We do it too. 0-1 pitch. This one's chopped foul. We cover them as well. Sure, where is it? Edmundo Sosa is up at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. That's down for a ball. Mosquito bites are so annoying. They just are. The 1-2 to Sosa. That's off the plate for ball 2. George! "91 pitches for Trevor Rogers. Just work up that pitch count in this inning. Rogers gets set at the belt, looks back at first, now back to the plate, and the 2-2 pitch is fouled off the foot of Edmundo Sosa. He shakes it off. Ouch. I'm a Phillies person, but I'm a big Eagles fan. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 to Sosa. That's inside for ball 3. And so the count is now full. Wilson waits in the on-deck circle. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rogers gets set at the belt. The payoff pitch, here it is to Sosa. And that's a foul ball. That'll go out of play. Anybody want to do fantasy football this year? If you would be interested in joining a fantasy football league that we would start on here, let me know. 3-2 on the way, and another foul ball from Edmundo Sosa on a changeup, and he's hobbling again. Oh, no. Steps on out of the box. He's been a warrior in this at-bat. The trainer is out there to check up on Sosa, and so is Rob. Hell yes to fantasy football. Cool. Sosa will go back into the batter's box. Quan, thank you so much. After watching Bad Talk, we have it good. 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Again, hit by Sosa. Dude, shout out to Bad Dog. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to the New York Yankees content creators. Can't stand the Yankees, but I gotta tell you, they all do a great job. Max, he's awesome too. 3-2. And that's a foul ball. Again, hit over towards the third base dugout. My guy, Max. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch on the way to Sosa. This one is popped up over towards the right side of shallow right field. And Holiday gets under it. He'll make the catch. There's 2 away. At least he worked up the pitch count there. He battled in that at-bat. Wish he would have gotten on. There will be a visit here on the bump. Tony Mansolino still in the dugout for Baltimore. That was an 11-pitch at-bat to Edmundo Sosa. The Guardians do lead it 3-0 against the Mets. They're in the top of the 5th. Wanted to make sure I mentioned that. After this game is done, we'll finish out by doing the rest of the Mets game, and then we'll do our post-game show. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. And Wes Wilson is up next. Rogers gets set and delivers from the stretch, and the first pitch is fouled back towards the screen from Wes Wilson. 7 hits for the Phillies, 1 run. 7 hits for the Orioles, 4 runs. Nice catch by that fan. Almost fumbled it. Almost. The 0-1. There's a line drive, and that is going to be hit out to center field for a base hit over the second baseman's head. And stopping over at second base will be Otto Kemp. And Wes Wilson gets on with a single with 2 outs. And so that's the Phillies' 8th hit of the ball game. And Rafael Marchand is the next man up. Hit that thumbs up button, people. Subscribe to the channel. Charge! First pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. 101 pitches for Trevor Rogers. No balls, one strike to Rafael Marchand. The 0-1 on the way, and that's low and outside for ball one. Turner is up next. Kemp at second, Wilson at first. The 1-1 to Marchand. Swing and a miss. Got a sweeper right down Broad Street. And the count is 1-2. Phillies are 1 for 6 today with runners in scoring position. The Orioles are 2 for 3. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 to Marchand. There's a bouncer. It's hit over to short. Gunnar has it, throws it on the run to first, and the inning is over. We're going to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies can't get a run home. They'll be back in just a few moments. Let's go say hi to BW and go raid him for the final time of this series. And I hope to see you all over there. I'm going to drop his link right now. Okay, there it is. You should be getting it right now. And I will see you over there. We're going to take a step off. Here we go. All right. Pitch on the way. This one's popped up. It's hit out right behind home plate. Rafael Marchand is there. He'll make the catch. Ranger Suarez already gets the first out of the top of the 7th. 1 gun. That was just before we could even introduce the batter. So that was Dylan Carlson. And now it's Alex Jackson who's up at the plate. Jackson's going to ground the pitch foul. Ranger Suarez still pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies. 89 pitches for Ranger. The ball is 1 strike. Jackson got hit by a pitch back in the 4th. 0-1. That's a low for a ball. Romano is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Jackson, and that's inside for ball 2. Two one pitch. And that one is launched, but it's a foul ball out to left field. Two-two pitch. And there's a line drive hit over towards left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit, go all the way towards the wall, and Jackson gets on with a 1-out double off of Ranger Suarez. One gone, top of the 7th, and Jackson Holliday, who has not gotten a hit in this series so far, takes the first pitch down for a ball. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch. There's a line drive base hit out to right field. Being waved home is Alex Jackson, and the throw to the plate is going to be cut off by Bryce Harper. And the Orioles get another run and lead it 5-1 as Jackson Holliday gets an RBI single out to right field. 95 pitches for Ranger Suarez and 5 earned runs allowed. Another pitch that was right down the middle. The Orioles now 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. And that's going to be it for Ranger Suarez. So his afternoon is done. There will be a call to the bullpen. And the Phillies trail 5-1 to the Baltimore Orioles. What are we talking? Are we still talking about this Jalen Hurts debate in the chat? Yeah. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. We have Diamond Zone tonight. We'll be on probably at around 6:45-ish, I want to say. So that'll be cool. Make sure that you join us for that. And, yeah, not really a good outing so far from the Philadelphia Phillies. Wish that Ranger did a better job. Was not a good start from him at all whatsoever today. But we'll see if the Phillies can come back in this game. But it's just not been a good day for them. Wanted to try to go up a little bit more against those New York Mets. And you won't be able to gain some ground against them. That's for sure. But we'll see what goes on throughout the rest of this game. Romano is going to come on in to pitch for the Philadelphia Phillies. We'll get you his stats right now. Again, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. If you're at work, spread the word, please. Spread the word to your colleagues and other people that are around you, because we go on for all the Phillies games. Like, we're on for the entire 162 for the most part. And it's a grind, but we love it. And same thing with the Sixers, same thing with the Eagles. We're on every single day talking about Philadelphia sports. Jackson Holliday leads off over at first base. We also do Diamond Zone and Sunday Night Baseball too, just to add more on our plate. The pitch, that's inside for a ball. Romano with a 6.75 ERA. 41 strikeouts and 38 innings of work. 7 homers allowed, too. Westberg is up. And the 1-0 pitch is a foul ball. Westberg 0 for 3. He's grounded out and he's flied out twice. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. Jackson's going to go. The 1-1 is inside for ball 2. The throw to second base by Rafael Marchand, and he is out at second base. Rafael Marchand with a cannon of a throw. And so there is out number 2 in the top of the 7th inning, just like that. Sosa with a great swipe, too. Got him right on the left arm, the left elbow, that is. 2 away, top of the 7th. 2 balls, 1 strike. That certainly does help. The 2-1 pitch is grounded over to short. Turner has it, throws it over to first, dug out by Bryce Harper, and we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. All right. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. Okay, simple one today. Simple one today because we have people at work. Yeah. How many playoff appearances do the Philadelphia Phillies have? How many playoff appearances do the Philadelphia Phillies have? Just give me a number. Throw out the numbers. Playoff appearances. How many times have the Phillies been to the playoffs? Throw out a number. Don't come at me at once. Purple. Good job. 8. 20. 17. Good job. How many pennants? 17 playoff appearances. How many pennants for the Philadelphia Phillies? 17 is correct. Good job. Very good job. Zach Wheeler is going to start Sunday due to right shoulder stiffness. His start was pushed back 2 days. 2 pennants. Nope. 8 pennants. Correct. 8 pennants is also right. 17 playoff appearances. 8 pennants. And finally, how many World Series championships? I mean, this is a gimme. A pennant? What's a pennant? It's when you win the championship series. When you make it to the World Series. That's a pennant. So, like, in 2022, the Phillies won the NL pennant. But they lost in the World Series. And 2. Good job. The ball's 1 strike to Trey Turner. The 0-1, that's outside for ball 1. They've won the National League 8 times. 1-1. Line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That's going to take a bounce off the little corner wall there. And Trey Turner is going to get on with a double. Turner has been on base all 4 times today. And Baltimore goes to Ends. Ends is their new guy out there. It's Dietrich Ends, 34 years old, from Frankfort, Illinois. That thing just hit the line. It barely got a piece of the chalk. just barely. And Kyle Schwarber is coming up. First pitch to Kyle. It's a four-seamer at the knees, taken for strike one. He's 0 for 3. One swing puts the Phillies back in this game. 0-1 to Kyle. It's down for a ball. It was a changeup. Nine hits, 1 run. Charge! 1-1 to Schwarber. That's a foul ball. Phillies trying to get back into the ball game. Dietrich ends a 5.59 ERA this year. 1-2, and that's up high for ball 2. Schwarber's average in the 7th inning or later is at .331. 15 homers, 32 RBI. 2-2 pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes. There's out number 1. A hat trick of strikeouts for Kyle. Man. It's the off-speed stuff. Junk. Bryce Harper comes up, and Harper fouls off a changeup and is down in the count 0-1. I feel like he's so aggressive, and he's just been swinging at the first pitch. Maybe try to see what the pitcher gives you. The ball is 1 strike to Bryce. 0-1, swing and a miss. Got another changeup, and that was low. He's not giving you any fastballs so far. Enns looks back at second, now back to the plate. The 0-2, that's low. Harper lays that one off. It was in the dirt. The first 100 years was just practice. Gosh. 1-2 is the count to Bryce. And the next pitch is down and in for ball 2. Up next is Nick Castellanos. The 2-2 on the way, and that's in the dirt again for ball 3. Decided to go with the cutter there. And what was a 0-2 count is now a full count to Bryce Harper. Enns last pitched on Sunday. Went 1 2/3. Gave up 1 earned run. Struck out 3 batters. Enns with the payoff pitch on the way. Foul ball from Bryce Harper. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too, folks. And that way you will know when we do go live. 3-2 to Harper. The signs. The look back to second, and the payoff pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch that was above the zone. And there's out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts. And Nick Castellanos is coming up. Darn it. Enns kicks and deals in the pitch. There's a swing and a miss on a changeup at 86 miles per hour at the knees. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery. Foul ball. And it'll find the seats. Phillies have had 8 runners left on base. The Orioles have only had 3. 0-2, and a called strike, 3 at the knees on a fastball. And so, Ends strikes out the side, and we go to the top of the 8th inning. Orioles lead at 5-1. A frustrating day for Philadelphia, that's for sure. I don't know how he went down looking at that pitch. That was clearly not what he was looking for. The good news, though, is that the Guardians are shutting out the Mets. It's 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And after this game is done, we'll head on over to that game, and we will see how that one ends in Queens. And then we got our post-game show. It's going to be a short and sweet post-game show today. I say that now, but there still is some baseball left to go. But yeah. Schwarber just didn't come through today, says Crowley. Nope. He didn't really have a good day yesterday either. Crazy stuff. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn on the notification bell icons. I love how I can just look at chat and I can just see people talking to each other. And that's great. That's really what I want. And we have good conversations. We have back and forth. We had a discussion about Jalen Hurts going on in the chat. We're talking football. It's that time of year, man. It's that time of year where it's August. You got football training camp underway. And, baseball is still around. The pennant races are, the races for the division are getting tight. You got to start looking at the other teams and start scoreboard watching. It's a good time. It's a very good time. Joe Ross is going to come on in the pitch. Haven't seen this guy in feels like forever. That's because he was reinstated from the IL yesterday from back spasms, and Seth Johnson is now back in Lehigh Valley. So Ross will come on in, and he will face Gunnar Henderson to start off the top of the 8th inning. Henderson is in the box. First pitch to Gunnar, and he lines this one over to third. It's caught by Otto Kemp. He was playing well away from the line, but he was shifted perfectly. There is out number 1. I like the gear, kid. Looking good. Yes, sir. The pitch. That's up high for a ball. Have not worn the pinstripes in a while, and I'm probably not going to do it until the race gets tight or when we have playoff atmosphere types of games. When I put on the pinstripes jersey, that's when you know it's serious. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the right side, and Sosa picks it up, throws it over to first. There's out number 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe. How we doing on the likes, mods? We can have good convos in the chat, but we still have a job to do. How we doing on those likes? 2 outs, top of the 8th. Bruhan is coming up, and he will pinch hit. And he swings and misses at a changeup, and the count is 0-1. I love October. Postseason baseball, football season in full swing, hockey season about ready to get started. Yep. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 pitch is grounded over the head of Otto Kemp. And so, a 2-out single from Bruhan. It took a big bounce over the head of Otto Kemp. Nothing that he could do about it. How we doing on the likes, mods? 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. And the pitch, a foul ball. It was hit back towards the screen. No balls, 1 strike. 237 watching, 149 likes. Come on, let's go. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1. This one's popped up over towards the right side. Sosa has it, makes the catch. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Five to 1. Thanks, one of my mods just told me. Good. Thank you. We're at 151 on the likes. We got to get to 200. We need 49 more. 49 more to go. What's hockey? Ugh. Are we a playoff team this year? Speaking of hockey. Are we not there yet? What's the status? According to you guys. What's the status? Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Flyers, it will be borderline. I think we are 2 years away. Flyers are on a rebuild. Still need a franchise goalie. I like Tocchet. I actually really like the Tocchet hire. But they need help. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Harrison Bader is going to come on up for the Philadelphia Phillies. 6 more outs to go. The first pitch is popped up right behind home plate. Jackson, does he have room? He does. And he'll make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Flyers will be better than people think this year, but may fall short for the playoffs. I think 2 years and we will see them start to take off. We said that 2 years ago, my friend. I hear you, but like, my question is, what makes this different? Otto Kemp is coming on up. Ends, kicks, steals, and the pitch is in there at the knees for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1 pitch to Otto Kemp. It's a foul ball. It's a green screen, my friend. I wish this was my bedroom. Briere at the helm makes a difference, says Josh. The ball's 2 strikes. 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th inning as Kemp will strike out. I didn't realize realize that the Red Sox have won their last 7 games. I knew that they were on a winning streak, but 7 games? Wow. Edmundo Sosa is up, and he takes high for ball 1. One zero pitch. Popped up and hit out of play behind home plate. And so the count is 1-1. Josh says, I'm a Capitals fan, but trust me. One to one. That's a foul ball. Watching you on my iPhone, it looks legit. Nah, no, you're good. It's good. It's actually blending on in, and it's not, the light's not fading, or you don't really see a green screen. What do you call that? 1-2 pitch, and that's down for ball 2. One hit, 9 runs. 1 run, 9 hits. The pitch on the way, and that's a foul ball. Quan, you confused me, man. When you said 1 hit and 9 runs. You mean 1 run, 9 hits. I blame that on you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Foul ball. I'm blaming Scott for not getting up at midnight to watch. Oh, he's been on here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ends. Looks back at first, now back to the plate, and the 2-2 pitch is a called strike 3 on the inside edge. We're going to the 9th inning. Baltimore leads it 5-1 against the Philadelphia Phillies. Brutal. 1 run, 9 hits. I'm going to blame ESPN. I'm going to blame ESPN because there's a clip that was out about 40 minutes ago from Buster Olney and somebody else, and Kylie McDaniel, and they examined, and the caption was, "Are the Phillies the best team in baseball?" I'm gonna blame that. I wish we had 9 runs on 1 hit. It wouldn't be as fun that way either, because it would be a lot of hit by pitches, a lot of walks. We'd be very confused. It'd be yeah, they put up 9 runs, but they only had 1 hit. But I guess it's better just to win. How many left on base? Well, if they got 1 run on 9 hits, it's pretty much you would probably think it was 10 men left on base. I mean, I can pull it up, but it's a lot, John. A lot. 9 men left on base. They're 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 10, baby. That's an L. Game still isn't over. Mets are in the bottom of the 7th. We'll go there after this game is done. Try to feel a little bit better about ourselves. Alan Rangel is going to go out there to pitch the top of the 9th inning. And the pitch on the way is grounded over towards second base. Sosa has it on a hop, throws it over to first. 1 gone in the top of the 9th. Had the Phillies walked once? Oh, yeah, they walked twice. 2 walks. Keegan Aiken is warming up in the Orioles pen. I feel you, Quan. I 1,000% feel you on that. Top of the 9th, 1 out. And the pitch is outside for a ball. I told you, though, that Rogers is a pretty good pitcher. I told you. The 1-0 pitch. And that is just high for ball 2. This umpire's not really giving the Phillies a lot of good calls today. Just got to put that out there, too. 2-0 pitch. This one is flied out over towards right field. Nick Castellanos gets under it, waits for it, and makes the grab for out number 2. Still got 253 people watching. Hit that thumbs up button. After the game is done, we still got the Mets game. We're going to get to 200, baby. Let's go. Two gone, top of the 9th. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. The count is 0-1. Oh balls, 1 strike. 0-1 pitch. That one is fouled back over towards the screen. No balls, 2 strikes. Angel kicks and deals. Throws it down in the way for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 9th. 2 away. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. I miss the COVID era cardboard faces in the stands. Are you kidding me? 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Yeah, that pumped in crowd noise, I don't miss that. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. Wes Wilson will lead it off. It'll be 8-9-1 due up in the batting order. By the way, the Giants are down 2-1 in the top of the 8th inning, but they have bases loaded against the Pittsburgh Pirates with 1 out. Cleveland again leads it 4-0 as they go to the top of the 8th out in Queens, which is where we'll head to after this. And then we got the Twins taking on the Detroit Tigers. That score is 8-4, Minnesota in the top of the 6th as well. The Reds and the Cubs are underway. It's in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score. And what else do we have? Yankees and Rangers are scoreless too in the top of the 7th. The top of the 2nd, excuse me. Okay. Where are we going? We're going to this. Okay, mute this tab. Hit that thumbs up button, people. Let's get to 200 likes. I know that it is during a work day, but we do really appreciate you guys for being on here. All right, so we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Keegan Aiken is going to go out there to pitch. 30 years old from Alma, Michigan. 3.38 earned run average, 40 strikeouts. 5-1 Baltimore. Skis with the sub 8 minutes ago. Thank you so much, my friend. Here's Wes Wilson. We're starting off the bottom of the 9th inning. Can't believe I'm watching the Mets game over these scrubs. I told you Rogers is a pretty good pitcher. Not trying to give them excuses, even though it sounds like I am, but he's one of the best pitchers in the American League right now. The pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. You did have a lot of opportunities, though. You did. I'll give you that. 0-1, and that's inside for a ball. You can't leave runners on base the way that you did. That, what was it, the bottom of the 5th inning, they had a lot of chances to attack them. 1-1. There's a swing and a miss on a changeup that was outside. Yep, I said that. I said that Wheeler's next start got pushed back. A lot's going on in chat, though. 1-2 to Wilson. Ground ball hit over to third base. Westbrook has it. Throws it over to first. 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th inning. So we got 1 away. The pitch. And that is outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. That's low for ball 2 to Rafael Marchand. And that'll make the count now 2-0. The pitch. And that is on the outside corner, taken for strike 1. Two, 1. That is outside for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Guys, is sports talk radio dying? Would you say that sports talk radio, just in general, even on YouTube, like, would you say that in general, it's dying? 3-2 on the way, and that is called ball 4 to Rafael Marchand. Because I tend to notice, and it's not just with me, it's with other streamers too, a lot of other streamers that during the live games, like, people's viewerships go down when people do post-game shows. Or just have talk shows on here, period. It's not as popular. But would you say that it's dying? First pitch is in there for a strike. If Turner homers, he gets the cycle. And he has never homered at the bank this year. 0-1. There's a foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch to Turner. That's a foul ball. Aiken with the 0-2 pitch. That's going to bounce in the dirt for a ball. We're going to chat with the folks here about sports. I think people change once the game is over due to betting. This is antisocial. That's fair. That's fair. I think part of that is I think that you're right about part of that. 1-2 pitch to Turner, ground ball hit over to shortstop. The throw to second, there's one. The throw over to first, that's in time, and the ball game is over. And Aiken comes on in and gets out of the ninth inning. I think that the other part of it too, though, is after a team loses, like who really like wants to tune on into, you know, a post game show? I mean, like there's people that like to do it, but you know, you're already depressed as is, so like you need a break. So I understand that too. But I was just curious to hear what your thoughts were about that. Phillies lose by a final score of 5-1. They left a lot of guys on base today. It was frustrating. Did Rogers pitch well? He did. But at the same time, the Phillies left a lot of men on base, and they just could not get even over the hump in that fifth inning. You know, you had bases loaded there. You had the one inning where Turner had a triple with one out, and nobody could come through in that inning either. So they had plenty of chances, just could not get the job done. And so now we're going to shift our focus, and we're going to go to the end of the Mets-Guardians game. All right, so they're in the bottom of the eighth inning. If the Mets do lose, then the Phillies still stay 2.5 games in front of the New York Mets in the NL East. So, because it's in the bottom of the eighth, that's where we're going to be. Gavin Williams is still pitching. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 is up high for ball 2. After this game, though, we will have a post-game show. If you guys do want to call on in, you can. You can also leave a voicemail message, too. Yeah, tough loss for the Phillies. Hopefully they can do something out in Texas. The count is 2-1. History says that Texas does not treat them well. But we shall see. 3 balls, 1 strike to Cedric Mullins, and the pitch is grounded foul over towards that right field line. Three-two on the way, and there's a swing and a miss in the bottom of the eighth inning. 1 gone in the bottom of the eighth. All right. Sports Talk Radio is a shell of what it used to be, says Jack. But do you think that streaming ruined it? Or do you think it's the personality? Sports Talk Radio was always mostly garbage, but we tuned in, didn't we? We were like addicts. Yes, sir, Cello. You guys won fair and square. Good game. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Good series, JJ. Oh, wait, I read that. No team loses every game. No team wins every game. 2 out of 3. It's not too shabby. No. But you wanted to get the sweep. You couldn't do it. Now you move on to the next series. I'm not saying that I'm disappointed and that I'm angry, but it would have been nice. It just would have been a nice thing. And you had a lot of opportunities. It was annoying. 1-1 pitch. That's way outside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Francisco Alvarez. 106 pitches for Gavin Williams. And the 2-1 ground ball hit over to shortstop. And the throw over to first is in plenty of time for out number 2. At least we need one good thing to happen today. That would be nice. So the Phillies do lose. But the good news is that the Mets are losing. Come on, Gavin. Keep going, man. Brett Beatty is up, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. Beatty 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out. If he gets Beatty out here, he needs to go back out there for the ninth. I'm sorry. 0-1, and that's up high and outside for a ball. He's gotta do it. 1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2 from Gavin Williams. Can he get out of the 8th? 1-2 pitch to Beatty. Swinging a ground ball, hit over to first base. And the tag to the bag is in time by Santana. And we are going to the 9th. What a masterpiece thrown so far from Gavin Williams today. Wow. This is great. We'll take this. We will take this. We'll get them tomorrow, man. Friday. We'll get them tomorrow. Streaming has been better because you get visuals. These days they talk too much about favorite movies, places to eat, etc. Well, what else should they talk about though? Like when they're on the air for like 4 hours. I mean, I guess I didn't really grow up with it like back in like the early 2000s, so I can't really say. But you know, it is hard. Like just staying on task for 4 hours. Like you're naturally gonna, even like when I'm on here, I naturally wander off, and I still do. I'll bring it back to baseball. But today I talked about what? We talked about fajitas. We talked about burritos. Like we had that type of conversation. We got a little bit off topic. But are you saying that they stay off topic too long? Is that your critique? I'm just trying to understand, because it is hard to just always talk about sports, especially when the team is doing really bad. You know? You don't always want to focus so much on the negatives. You want to focus on it, but you don't want to just dwell on it. 111 pitches. Yeah, he can go one more inning. At least the Mets are losing. At least the Mets are getting no-no'd. Gabriel Arias is up at the plate. He had an RBI triple earlier in the game, and the first pitch is grounded over to second base, and the throw to first. It's in time for out number 1 in the top of the 9th inning. Having more topics is good because most of the callers are not good. We tune into specific channels and outlets for the content we want, not so much sports in general type outlets. It's fair. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a line drive, and that is a foul ball. Do they categorize cheese as a drug? I guess technically anything is a drug. One. Line drive, base hit out to left field. And so there is a 1-out single from Kafus. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Make sure that you guys turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Did we get to 200? We're at 172. One out and a runner on over at first. And the pitch is down for a ball. I'm just curious. I wanted to bring up the conversation because usually, like, after a lot of games and stuff, I see people, getting off, and I'm just curious if, like, what your thoughts are about that. And I'm, like, looking even at the radio stations that are here on YouTube and people that do sports talk shows, and the ratings are just not as high overall, unless you have, like, a really, really popular show. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out in the top of the 9th. Rocchio is up at the plate, and the 1-2, and that's up high for ball 2. Two-two pitch, ground ball, hit over to shortstop. Lindor has it, throws it on the run over to first, and there is out number 2. Janet, thank you so much for coming on here. Yeah, we couldn't get you today, but you know what? We'll take 2 out of 3. I'll still take 2 out of 3. 2 outs. A runner on over at second. And the pitch. There's a foul ball from Brian Rocchio. Rogers is good. Rogers is good. Nestor Cortez making his debut. Is that correct? 0-1. That's a foul ball from Austin Hedges. GG's Orioles fans, you guys deserve better. I agree. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th. The Mets are down 4-0. And there's Gavin Williams trying to go back out there to complete the job. Let's go. Let's bleeping go. Come on, Gavin. Let's go, Gavin. Gavin has been incredible today against the Mets, if you know what I mean. 8 innings, and he's going back out there for the 9th. 111 pitches, 67 strikes. Will history be written in the books for Cleveland? LGC, let's go! Let's go. Yes. And by the way, that one play that he had where Lindor bounced the ball off of his glove, and his glove came flying off, and he had to go chase the ball with his bare hand and throw a dart over to first. That was awesome. Come on. Let's go, Gavin. Let's go, Gavin. Let's go. Okay. Just 3 walks allowed by Gavin Williams today. That's it. Let's go. 13 groundouts, 6 flyouts, 5 strikeouts for Williams. Remember when I saw him pitch in college, and he went up against what's his name, who was almost taken by the Mets. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name right now. The pitch, and that is outside for a ball. Kumar Rocker. One ball, no strikes, in the 1-0 pitch to Francisco Lindor. Foul ball, and the count is 1-1. All right, come on. We don't usually do this. But Charge! One ball, one strike to Francisco Lindor. The 1-1 pitch, another foul ball. And that'll make the count now 1-2. Fist bump. Ooh. I should start doing that now. Pound. Love that. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. One gun in the bottom of the 9th inning. And the helmet came flying off from Francisco Lindor. Oh my goodness. One gone, bottom of the 9th, 2 more to go. Let's go. Come on, Gavin. Please. Soto is up, and the pitch is down for a ball. Soto is grounded out twice. He is struck out. One ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 to Soto. There's a high fly ball. It's hit out to center field. It's going back over towards the track, and it is, oh man, it's going to hit off the top of the wall. And they call it a home run. It actually hit the red line. So it is 4-1. There goes the no-no. There goes the shutout. And it is a 4-1 ball game in the bottom of the 9th inning. Juan Soto said no, no, no. Oh, boy. Boo! And it just went out in center field. It went over that red line. That's a home run. All right. Well, it's a 4-1 ball game in the bottom of the 9th. And Pete Alonso is going to go out there. The Guardians' dugout is shocked, and they're saying, oh, man. And that was a mistake. Soto smiles. The center fielder, I thought maybe had a chance, but then I saw that it actually bounced off of the black wall. That's really where it bounced. You couldn't really see it because the camera angle didn't really do such a good job of portraying where the ball was going to go. But that's going to be it for... nope, he's going to stay in. They're still going to have him finish this out? Really? 8 1/3 of no-hit innings for Gavin Williams. And Juan Soto not only broke the no-no, but also broke the shutout, too. And Gaddis is warming up now. Williams kicks, fires, and the pitch is called a ball. Darn. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. And that's a fastball in there for strike one. I wanted him to get it. Really wanted him to get it for himself, too. 1-1 pitch. And this one is flied out over towards right field. And Zardo's there, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th. Let's go. Let's go. Hit that final out. Soto's smiling, dude. Like you're down 4-0. Like, why are you smiling? The pitch, and that's inside for a ball. Nimmo is up at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. Get the brooms ready, chat. Get those brooms ready. 122 pitches for Gavin Williams. The 2-0. That's a foul ball. Two-one pitch on the way. Foul ball again. And Nimmo and the Mets are down to their final strike. Yes, let's go. The 2-2 on the way. It's outside for ball 3. And that'll make the count full. Let them smile. They're still losing. I think they have like one win in their last 9 games. 3-2 on the way, and that is called ball 4. And so there's a runner on over at first now in the bottom of the 9th. And a move is going to be made. So the Guardians are going to go to Hunter Gaddis to try to get the final out of the inning. But I'll tell you what, Gavin Williams today deserves a round of applause. He definitely deserves that. He's getting it from everybody in the dugout, and his day is done. Man, so close. So close. Man, crazy. Even some of the... did I see some Mets fans clapping for him? What? Whoa. I think I saw some Mets fans clapping for him. I'm like, what the heck? Oof. Weird. Really weird. But Stephen Vogt is going to make a move. He'll go to Gaddis for the final out. But yeah. Soto isn't a team leader, but he's an incredible talent. 700+ million kind of keeps a smile on your face. I mean, the Mets have a brighter future than the Yankees. I guess so. Don't forget, after the game, we got a post-game show, 610-314-0844. I'd clap, respect that kind of performance. No, I respect it too, but it's just kind of weird. I'm just saying it's kind of weird to see them do that. I don't mean that as a bad thing. I'm just shocked that they did that. Ugh. Should have had to go over the red line. It really hit the black wall. I didn't see that because the camera angle sucked. All right. Gaddis is going to go out there to try to get the final out. Here's Mark Vientos at the plate. And the first pitch, there's a swing and a miss. Gaddis, 47 innings, 39 scoreless outings, and 50 appearances. The ball is one strike. 0-1 pitch. And that is low and outside for ball 1. One ball, one strike to Mark Vientos. The 1-1 pitch, and this one is flied out over towards center field. Martinez gets under it. He waits for it, and the ball game is over. Bring out the brooms. The Mets get swept, and the magic number goes down for Philadelphia to take the NL East. Let's go. Let's bleepin' go. I'll take that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes. take that. That's a win in my books. And this one goes out to the New York Mets. All right, well, we got something positive, I guess. I will still break everything down from the Phillies game. If you guys want to stay on, you can. 610-314-0844 is how you call in into the Phillies post-game show. But, yeah, that's the only positive from today. And today's loss does hurt a little bit less. That's for sure. Absolutely. But, yeah, all right. Very good. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes, okay? And then I'll be on for a post-game show. And we'll break everything down from what we saw today from the Philadelphia Phillies. Let me change the scoreboard back really quickly. Where is that? Where's that game? There it is, right there. All right. And people are going to say, well, keep the Mets scoreboard up. Okay. I'll do it. I already hear it. All right, be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
I got 5 words. At least the Mets lost. Those are my words for today. At least the Mets lost. Look, Trevor Rogers, I told everybody it was going to be really tough to try to hit off this guy because this guy's really good. What bugs me about this game is that you had plenty of opportunities in that fifth inning. You did. You had so many chances. Trey Turner gets on with an RBI single, and then Kyle Schwarber strikes out. And what was it? After that, Harper grounded into a fielder's choice. My man just keeps swinging at the first pitch. He swung at the first pitch, I believe, in every single at-bat today. And he's just giving away at-bats. It's not been fun watching Bryce Harper go through this slump. It really has not. And then Cassidy grounds out to short. Everybody's swinging at the first pitch. This is sort of like the 2024 Phillies, where I'm just watching this team with very bad plate discipline with runners in scoring position. And today I thought that they just gave away a lot of at-bats. But I also thought, too, to Rodgers' credit, he dialed in as well. And I'm not just talking about the fifth inning, because the fifth inning, the Phillies really had a golden opportunity there. But in the third inning, okay, Schwarber's ahead in the count 2-0. He's battling. And then after one changeup was thrown on the sixth pitch, my guy throws another changeup that was pretty disgusting to Kyle Schwarber to get him to strike out. Like, that was a good pitch. But I really wanted Schwarber to make contact with that. And then Harper fouls off a changeup, and then he gets a sinker, and he can't drive it. And Phillies couldn't get a run. Like, that inning is really where they should have came away with something. Turner got the triple. Terrible play out in center field by, I think it was Dylan Carlson. Carlson could not make the catch. He laid his whole body out. And the left fielder has to go out there and chase that thing down. You got to get a run there. You got to get a run there in that inning. You just do. You got to get a run there. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I'm not sad about this, but I'm annoyed. I'm a little annoyed. Just a little bit. Feel better that the Mets lost, but just a little annoyed. Ranger did not have his stuff today. Ranger in that fourth inning was really bad. He did not pitch well in that fourth inning. First of all, you go to a changeup to Jackson. It was a cutter. You leave a cutter out over the middle of the plate, and then on the very next pitch, you throw a hanging changeup, and Mayo just sits on it, waits for it to come, and then just knocks it on out of here 421 feet. That was the game. The game was pretty much done after he hit that 3-run homer. It was going to be harder for the Phillies to come back. I actually thought that they still had a chance, but that was the difference, is what I'm trying to say. That right there was the difference of the game, and Kobe Mayo had the big 3-run shot off of Ranger Suarez. Rangers allowed to have a bad outing. He still ended up going 7 innings, and I know that he gave up another run in the 7th inning, but if the Phillies provide some offense, then they don't have to go to him for that 7th inning. But he's just out there to try to get you by, because you don't want to use Duran. You used Strom, and you used Kerkering yesterday. So, you're relying on your offense to try to still keep you involved in the game. And, Ranger, you don't want to go to those guys when it's 4-0 at the time in that type of situation. So I thought that it was fine for Rob to leave Ranger out there. He tried to squeeze the lemon out of him, and he did, and he got everything out of him that he could, but it just was not good enough. It was not good enough. Wasn't the reason why you lost, though. You lost this game because you left a plethora of guys on base, and you couldn't deliver with runners in scoring position. That's why you lost. That's why you lost this game. Ranger, if he would have done better, that would have been icing on the cake. and I would have enjoyed that. Not saying that Ranger was great today, because he was not great at all. Short and sweet from me tonight. I really don't want to dwell too much on this game. I really care about how they're going to do against the Baltimore Orioles. They did the very least. They took 2 out of 3. We really wanted them to get a sweep. It would have been nice. You need to try to get these wins. We've been trying to say this for a little bit of time, but you got to beat up on the bad teams, and you got to rack up the wins however they come. They still won the series, but not the way that you wanted it to end. It left a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth. Alex McKay had a bad day behind the plate for the Phillies too. Thought that there were some bad calls, but again, not why you lost the game. Not why you lost at all. The one bad call to Castellanos kind of annoyed me though, but that's sort of how it's been going this whole series, where the umpires have not done a very good job, especially Jim in the first game. I mean, he was over at second base today. Jim Wolf was really just awful. The Blues sucked in this series. The Blue was terrible. But yeah, 610-314-0844. How are you after this loss? Are you more angry than I am? Are you annoyed? Are you bothered? Like, where are you on the stick of this loss? Ranger gets his 5th loss of the season. Rogers gets his 5th win, and is now 5-2. Only give up 2 walks today, and Ranger is now 8-5 on the season. I was disappointed. I will say this, okay? Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, all 3 of them combined, 1 for 12. That's why they won. Schwarber struck out 3 times. I think Harper struck out twice. I don't have that stat in front of me, but I remember clearly that Schwarber struck out 3 times. They beat that part of the lineup, and that's why the Phillies lost. And the rest of the hitters ended up going 1 for 4. The bottom of the lineup didn't really do a lot of damage today like it did yesterday, but they held Schwarber, Harper, and Castellanos neutral today, and that was the difference. Yesterday they held those guys neutral too, but the other guys stepped up. Marsh, Stott, and Kepler were the difference in yesterday's game, and they were all on the bench today because of the lefty. So, all right, calling into the show, and let us know how you are feeling after this. All right, and if you are on the chat, you can text on in. Let us know how you guys feel. I'm not going to stay on here for too long. But yeah, let's hope the Mets keep losing the stretch. The Mets lose. JJ, you're the best. I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys. I do. I wanted to do the Mets game again because, it was in the 8th inning. It's during the day. Not a lot of people are feeling really good or just feeling annoyed after a loss like this, so we needed something else to sort of cheer us up, and it made sense to do that today. And with the way the things go out for the rest of the weekend, the Mets are going to be playing earlier than us, so we'll just be able to get back to our regular schedule programming. We got a Denon defender. The Mets car got towed away, totaled. Yep. Just felt like a missed opportunity. That's why I feel annoyed. Yeah, for sure. Yes, it was a missed opportunity. But now you got to take 2 out of 3 against the Texas Rangers. And again, you're going to a place where you really have struggled. I mean, we started off the season in 2023 and we got swept out in Texas. I remember that. Never forget that 6-0 lead or 5-0 lead that we had, and we just blew it there on opening day. That sucked. But hopefully they can right the ship and that they go to Bruce Bochy land and take care of business and do what they're supposed to do. What else do we have? Phillies put up 1 run. Lol, losers. All right. You're probably a Mets fan. Your team lost. But I appreciate the little back and forth, and I appreciate the support. Like number 184, thank you so much, Dr. Delay. We're going to take a phone call right now. We have somebody on the lines. What is going on? Hold up 1 second. You're not connected to the Bluetooth real quickly. I apologize about that. 1 second. I thought that the Bluetooth was connected. Let's see. Can we get it on? There we go. You're on play-by-play with JJ. How you feeling?
How's it going? I am Dr. Delay. How's it going, JJ? It's good
Dr. Delay.
I just think it's kind of funny, not to tick on everybody here, because that's not what I'm trying to do. It's all baseball, all baseball fans. But, just watching, the Phillies, of course, beating the Orioles, 13-3 the other day. Everyone's happy. Everyone yesterday, or was it a 5-0 or something? And then we just have a random loss to the Orioles, and all of a sudden it's doom and gloom, and oh my gosh, the world is ending, and I just can't believe it.
Welcome to Philadelphia.
I don't know. I just thought It
is.
That. It was just
it
funny
is funny. It is funny.
You guys are fine. The Phillies, I think, are still a very solid team.
Yep.
And, man, you guys are going to be okay. You guys, I think, are still I think you guys are the guys in the NL that are going to go to the World Series. In my opinion. I'm not just saying that because I'm on your show and all that stuff. No, I still believe that. You guys were my preseason pick, and you're my pick now. I just, again, the NL has a lot of solid teams. I think you guys will be the ones at the end to persevere and win it. So that's just my pick, and that's just my few cents. It'll be okay, JJ. I promise all you Philly fans listening in, it's going to be okay. Random losses happen. The Rockies have won 30 random times this year, and they happen to beat the Pirates twice. So random games happen. It's going to be okay.
No, I agree with that.
I'd be there for you.
I absolutely agree with that. It's just funny because I'll like look on into chat and I'll see that people are so down, and I'm just like, after this type of a game, like it's a little annoying. Like I'm not angry about this. Like this was not a game like where I felt like I'm pounding my fist on the table and I'm angry about it. It would have been nice to get a sweep. But you know what? Yeah. Ultimately, at the end of the day, they took 2 out of 3. Like that's the bottom line. You took 2 out of 3 against the Baltimore Orioles. 2 out of 3 and you're good. And like that's 2 out of 3 every single weekend. You're good. Absolutely. But I did want to ask you something really quickly. So when you look at this Phillies team, okay, what to them makes you confident that they're going to the World Series? I just want to get your 2 cents.
Well, I mean, really, I'm a stats guy, and I think I like the run differential, which obviously in the NL Central, the Brewers and Cubs are there, but you can argue that they've been taking advantage of the Pirates. But no, I mean, again, they have a really good offense. They've had a good offense for the last 3 or 4 years now. Yep. Their pitching, it's probably middle of the road, but I think offense, shows up when it matters most, and it's always good to have your lineup's really good, and I just. It's hard for me to think of a team that, I don't know, for 7 games, if it goes 7, I trust the Phillies lineup over everybody else. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think there's a lot to be proud of with the team you guys have.
I like how you feel optimistic about that. I do. I do.
I mean, if I were a Phillies fan, I'd probably be thinking, you know what, this team, one and done. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel, it's the Pirates. I mean, you can't hurt me anymore as a Pirates fan. It's over.
That's true.
Like I had some Giants fans talking, oh, you guys can lose. Well, you know what? We've done that 60+ times already this year, and we're probably going to lose 90+ again. Yeah. Like, and the sky is blue, the grass is green. Like, yeah, no, it's another loss for us too. But but I don't know. I just thought I'd call in and just say hi. Of course, actually, our first time we've actually spoken to each other directly.
I know. I was just going to say this is the first time that we've actually spoken to each other. This is nice. I love it. Yeah. I love it. I love it, man.
But yeah, I'll let you go again. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the entertainment. I just finished the Pirates game, and I thought I'd see what was happening across the streamer world. Saw you guys were on. So
before I let you go, I have to say one thing. Okay, and I gotta tell you straight up, and I don't care if I do it on the airways, and if you blush or anything, man. Okay. I tip my cap to you because you're really, really good at everything that you do on here. And I want to remind everybody out there, I want my mods to post Dr. Delay's link down below because this guy is a stud. This guy is a star in the making. Man. And, he really puts his blood, sweat, and tears out there. And he has what it takes to be successful on this platform. And I can't wait to see everything else that unfolds for you, my friend.
Well, I appreciate it. I just hope that I don't end up like Jamarcus Russell or actually to hit closer to home, maybe Carson Wentz.
You won't. You won't, my friend.
I hope not. I appreciate the kind words. I just, take it day by day. And we'll see. I'm choking here. I just can't believe it. But, again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hope to not let you guys down. Again, you have been very supportive. Pure Jones been very supportive. Rising Rhino. Again, you three have been, so awesome to me. So I appreciate it. Hope to not let you guys down. And hope, of course, to chat with you guys in the near future.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you, man.
Yep. All right. Have a good one.
So I'll be lurking around. Peace.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye-bye. Great phone call. It's interesting to get his perspective on things. I know he's a stats guy, but just to hear him talk and say, I'm really optimistic about the Phillies, that says a lot from him. That's this is a guy who I respect. I go onto his channel and he gives really, really good baseball analysis. And for him to say that says, I think that speaks volumes. I do. Sometimes. It's funny. Sometimes, when you're on the inside looking out, you can't really see the bigger picture on things. And when you're so invested in this team every day, sometimes what tends to happen is you tend to just focus on their flaws. And one of the reasons why I've been so into doing the Diamond Zone stuff and I've been interested in doing the Sunday Night Baseball stuff is because I want to get an outside perspective on what other teams are doing that the Phillies actually do a good job at compared to them. And vice versa, I'm watching the Yankees make some incredible mistakes, and I mean that in a bad way. I mean, what? They lost 13-12 to the Miami Marlins, and they got swept by the Marlins. The Mets just got swept by the Guardians. I mean, no team is perfect. You're watching the Detroit Tigers a couple of weeks ago going through their terrible slump, and then you see the Brewers get hot. It's just such a weird season. And it's really bizarre. We think that Trey Turner's the worst defensive shortstop, but then we are reminded of Anthony Volpe, who's really struggling over at short defensively for the New York Yankees. I'm not trying to, downplay what the Phillies are doing. I'm not trying to do that at all. But sometimes we need that outside perspective, and we got to assess other teams. And if we want to get a fair analysis on where the league is, how other teams are doing, it sort of gives you that outside perspective, and I don't like to always be stuck in just looking from the inside out or the inside in. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, thought that was interesting. I still don't believe in this. I still feel like that the downfall of this team is the offense. I do. I don't trust them fully when I watch them every single day, and I will stand by that. But they can get hot. They can. And the pitching staff is still really good. We'll take another phone call. What is going on? You're on Play-by-Play with JJ. How are you feeling after this game?
Okay. So, this is Scott Mann again
What's
today.
Up, Scott?
Not much. This one stone.
This is one stone.
This one. Huh?
You said...
This game stone.
Yeah.
This game hurt.
Why does it hurt, man?
It was bad. I mean, you lose against a team like the Baltimore Orioles. I would expect to win against them more than I would pretty much any other team in baseball right now.
The Orioles have not played good baseball. That is clear. That is clear that the Orioles have traded away so many of their pieces, a lot of their bullpen guys. Even when you look at their offense, Ramon Laureano's not there anymore. I understand that. But here's my question to you. Okay,
Okay.
What disappointed you the most about today? Was it Ranger? Was it the hitting? You know, like what stood out to you that you were just like, darn, I'm really disappointed in the Phillies?
I mean, you said Bryce also didn't have a hit today.
That's true.
Yeah, and that
Actually, wait, Bryce did have a single. He singled in the first, so he had a hit, but he didn't.
Okay.
He wasn't really productive. Besides that,
I couldn't actually watch the game because it's blocked out where I live.
I gotcha. It would have been nice for them to try to take this game, but I know that you can't win them all. But you know, to me, like, this isn't. I'm not angry about this, but I know that as fans we demand greatness, and especially against a team that is just sub 500, that's not even going to go to the playoffs. You want them to pound them. You do. So I can kind of understand that. Scott, how you feeling about Friday? How you feeling about this weekend against the Texas Rangers?
I feel like we could take 2 out of 3 again. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, I hope that we do, man. I want to get. Damn, I wish that you were a little bit more confident, because now you're starting to make me feel a little bit nervous. Darn it.
I'm sorry, but I just
okay.
don't know how I feel about the Rangers.
I understand. I'd rather have you be honest with me. Don't.
We have won the last 3 series, I think.
Yes.
So that's at least a good thing.
That is a good thing, for sure. Scott, thank you so much for calling on in. I hope to hear from you this weekend, man.
You're welcome. I hope to call you on Saturday, maybe. I'm not sure. Or Sunday.
Hey, JJ.
Sounds good. Yes. Hello.
Hey, JJ. Hey, this is Scott's nurse.
Hi there.
I just want you to know that he looks forward to listening to you every chance he gets.
Oh. Well, we love it. We love it when he calls on in every single time. It really puts a big smile on my face, and this is why I love doing the phone calls, because to me it's about interacting with you guys, which are the fans, the faithful, and these types of conversations that we have, and just giving people chances to get their voices out on my airways. That's something that I really look forward to when I do my post-game shows. So I love Scott. I love talking to him, and he just makes my day. What'd you say?
He lives in North Carolina, but he's a Philly fan because he plays Miracle League, and he's always been on the Phillies team. So that's what got him to become a Phillies fan.
That's so
and
awesome.
Bryce Harper is his favorite.
And do you actually spoke to my dad the other night?
Oh, did you call in the other night?
Yes. Yeah. I talked to his dad the other night. That's so cool. That's
Dad's
really awesome.
Fan, but it's okay.
He didn't tell me that part. He didn't say that to me.
I think he did. I don't think he heard him, though.
Maybe I didn't hear him. That is true. Maybe I did not hear him. But Scott...
Well, we greatly appreciate you doing your show so Scott can keep up with his Phillies when he can't see them on TV.
Yes,
of course.
I will definitely call on Sunday for sure, though.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. I love you, buddy. Take it
Sunday,
easy.
Buddy.
Yep.
Have a great day.
Have a good rest of your day, buddy.
All right, you too, man. Shout out to Scott. Great phone call. Really awesome stuff. Love hearing what he has to say. Look, I'm not angry. Am I a little bit bothered? Just a little bit, but at the end of the day, again, they won 2 out of 3. Sure, you left a lot of guys on base, but I feel like I'm just repeating myself. But now it's just about how do you do out in Texas, How do you do in Texas at Globe Life Stadium? Hopefully Wheeler's okay. That's kind of concerning that they're pushing the start back to Sunday. I hope that I didn't get to hear Rob Thompson's quotes, but I'm really hoping that he's all right. I am. What else do we have? Anything else in the comment section? anything else, pretty much. What else? I don't trust the offense right now. Yeah, I don't either, man. But I do know that the offense can get hot. I don't trust them to do it, but I've seen them get hot. All we can hope is if we get into the playoffs, we have a hot streak, unlike last season. You sound like Dave Dombrowski, John. We just got to get lucky. That's what he would say. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but we'll keep riding or dying with this team, that's for sure. It's hard to not see flaws in the team we have invested so much time into, but looking at the other teams, I feel a little bit better. Yeah, I do too. All right, love you all very, very much. All right, I will see you all on the next one. We got Diamond Zone tonight. 6:45 is when we'll be on. Maybe we'll be on at 6:30. I think we'll try to be on at 6:30. All right, I have 2.5 hours. We'll go make the thumbnail. We'll go eat some dinner. And, yeah, I will catch you all tonight. And if you're going to tune on into the Phillies game, we got Friday night at 8:05 against the Texas Rangers. And I hope to see you all then and there. Lila Tov, good night. Bye-bye.